Hi, this is Trevor.
And this is Paul.
And you are listening to the May Contain Action podcast.
Available on Apple, Spotify, and more. Welcome, everyone, to the May Contain Action podcast, where your favorite content creators talk content, pop culture, gaming, and other important subjects. Your hosts are me. I'm one of them. I'm Paul, aka ActionJaxon. My fellow host is future Hall of Famer Trevor May. Trevor, say hi to the people.
Hey, it's me, Trevor, future Hall of Famer.
Very nicely done. And today we, as we often do, we have a special guest. They're always special. Then again, if all of our guests are special, are they really all special? Think about it.
Yeah, something to think about for a later episode.
It's a later episode. We'll talk about that later. A super special guest, the one-ton man himself. He used to play cleanup for his high school baseball team. Currently, a top just chatting streamer. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Timthetatman, everybody.
Hey, the crowd goes wild. Wow. Thank you. That was quite the intro. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I did clean up. I could hit off you too, Trev.
Yeah.
Bet.
We just need to hype it like a fight in Vegas. We'll be like, all right, in 2 months, Tim's gonna try to hit off Trevor, and then we'll just hype it up and sell tickets, and
sounds good to me.
Everyone will be wearing your jersey.
Honestly,
and
that'd
not
be one
mine.
of the funniest streams is just all of us trying to hit off you for a day.
It would be.
I don't know why we haven't done it.
Well, it's kind of hard to set up. We'd have to all go to like a baseball stadium.
I mean, come on down. Just come to Florida in spring. You're already going, aren't you?
I mean, I will be in Florida, yeah. So I guess I could.
And I got extra rooms, dude. Come on.
You got rooms?
We'll make it a thing.
You know how much I love rooms.
The Twins would be like, yo, we will do whatever you want. Please get people on here hitting off you. They will. They love
That
me.
would be kind of funny.
No one even knows we play baseball. Please, anything.
Okay. What?
Anything at all.
We're all 2020
Any
starting off a good foot, huh?
Is this the first podcast of 2020, huh?
First one?
Whoa.
Your first one.
Gonna be hard to beat this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Jordan Fisher's was pretty good. So was
Jordan.
Well, Jordan.
Everyone's really.
His was 2019. Mine's 2020.
Facts.
All right. That's fair. Yeah, being the only episode of 2020, it's gonna be hard to top the only one. That's you're right.
Thank you.
You're right.
Man, I really hope we can get Ninja sometime. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we do this section, Tim, where we like to get to know you, right?
Okay.
Pretty much kind of got a bead on you, right? Given that we've grown up together. For the most part. But our audience does not. What's that?
I said I've known you for a while, but you're right. The audience does. Well, some of the audience may, but some may not. You are right.
They really don't know. They have no idea. So
I have no clue.
They don't. So to get to know you, one of the things I think the most obvious thing, right, is your name. Okay. So can you run us through your name? Like, where did you get it from? Why'd you go with Timthetatman? Why not just Tim?
Yeah. Thank you, Paul, for that intro and for the question. So I would say Timthetatman, my name.
Very good.
So my name is Tim. I was born with that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. So I've been Tim for like my whole life.
This
and
is
then
good. Yeah.
And then when I was 18, I got tattooed. And
can you explain the tattoo to us? Because I think it's interesting. I think it's important.
Which one was first? Tell us the first one.
The crown of thorns are on my right arm. That was my first tattoo. And armbands were obviously big, mid to late 2000s. And so I was like, you know what? Statement of my faith, and I can get an armband. Let's do it. And I did no research. My dad actually found the tattoo artist, and so we went together, and I got it with my father, the same exact tattoo. And it's mine's on my right arm. My dad did his on his left arm. So that was like the first one we ever decided to do. And looking back, I definitely should have done more research. And I don't regret the tattoo, but it's like compared to the other work that I did, it was definitely not up to par with what the other artists have done. And no offense to that guy. I'm sure he's still, doing great. But
Hey, yeah.
I mean, so PJ, when he first said I had it, he said it looked like a Mozilla Firefox.
No, it's just like it.
He said it looked like Mozilla Firefox logo. So around my arm. But yeah, so I did that. But I had that tattoo and I was like, okay, so I kind of like tattoos. Then I decided I'm going to do my right arm, and I did my whole right arm. So when I went to college, and when I was in college, one of my professors, I had my right arm done. That's it. And one of my professors goes, it was roll call for the first day. And, so they're going through all the names like John, Karen, blah, blah, blah. And then they get to me, Tim, and I raised my hand, my tattooed arm, right? I raised my tattooed arm naturally.
Got showed off, dude. Why'd you get it?
And he goes, Timthetatman. Timthetatman. And I was like, that's a pretty catchy name. And I decided in that moment, I was like, at this point, I'd never done YouTube or anything, but I decided in that moment, I was like, if I ever try and do YouTube or anything, I think I watched Twitch at that time, or it would have been Justin TV at that time. I think I watched Justin TV at that time. And I was like, if I ever try that, I'm going to be Timthetatman. And so that's kind of the origin story of my name. My professor in college, he called me it all semester, by the way. It wasn't just like a one-time thing, like all semester. Anytime I saw him at school, he always called me Timthetatman. So
like a mouthful.
What was his name? What was the professor's name?
Yeah. Dude, I honest to God can't remember. He was one of my favorite professors too, so I kind of feel like an a-hole for it.
Clearly, yeah.
His name is John. John, thank you, John.
Call him John. I really can't remember his name, and that's sad. But
imagine that guy sees
what did he
you,
teach?
He's like, I made him.
He teached. He was psychology. I think he was a psychology teacher. That's why he was super cool. Like he was like really. He teached. Yeah, he teached, by the way. He was like, he was really.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
He was younger. he was like a younger guy, kind of hip,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And, with it.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. And so, but I really did like him, and I can't remember his name. Sorry, Professor, if you're watching this. No, I call him Professor.
Strong, profound impact there.
What if he's like a 70-month sub and you're just like, you've no idea
sub this whole time? Yeah, it's like I came up. He's probably sitting there like sipping whiskey, thinking about how he probably should have told me if I ever used that I owed him money
to copyright that.
I might copyright it. Yeah.
You owe that guy a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
I probably wouldn't have came up with Timthetatman. But he told me that he thought of it like obviously Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
So like he said that was what he thought of, like Tim the Toolman and Timthetatman. So.
Yeah.
For all you Zoomers, that was a sitcom on the TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was Home Improvement. Tim Allen.
Home Improvement. His show.
I love Tim Allen. I do.
Yeah.
I'm actually fan.
You didn't you name a house in Retail Row after Wilson?
I did. Wilson
from that show.
Because Wilson was Tim Allen's neighbor. Wilson?
Was the neighbor? Yeah.
That's why I called it Wilson, because I was
the fence around it.
I would I called it like a neighbor because I would land next to Lupo.
Okay.
Because Lupo would land at that other house on the right, and so I would say I'm landing Wilson, which is why I called it that's why I called it Wilson in retail, because I was Lupo's
neighbor when he sees him.
Wow.
It all comes together.
I thought everyone knew that, to be honest. That's why I called it Wilson.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was Wilson, but I knew that's what it was from. You didn't know that. That's great. Yeah, that's where it came from, man.
That's in depth.
And boomers.
That was meta. Holy crap. Wow.
Thank you. I thought so too.
It's incredible. So Timthetatman is what you went with this whole time. Because honestly, I remember this little history. You're probably going to let's just preface this. You're going to get a lot of like little backstories, little bits of Tim and my relationship, because we've known each other for a while. I always was very jealous of your ability to like name yourself. Like you had like Tim is just it's one syllable,
pretty basic name,
easy to rhyme things with.
Yeah.
Like like Intimidate was one of your like warriors or something on
yes, Intimidate.
Like that's just like this. I was just so upset, and I was like Paul Hunter.
Yeah, I guess I could throw mine into a lot of names. You're right, because Paul can't really fit. What's the name with like Paul in it?
Yeah, there isn't. That's why my name's
Intimidate the Warrior. That was a good name for a warrior too.
That was a great name for a warrior. So anyway, side note. That's it's amazing. It's amazing. Timthetatman.
Pauline. Appalling. There's yours. Appalling.
Thanks, chat. Thank you, Twitch chat.
Apocalypse. Okay, I'll stop.
All right. Terrible. Paulding.
But next,
Nope. Paul Blart.
No, dang it. You're right. It sucks. Actually,
it
4
does.
millionaires in Paul. There we go. Crushed
There
it.
it is.
Yeah, it's a
There
short
it is.
name.
You're welcome.
Love that.
You're welcome. Tim, another important question for you, and completely right turn. So, having been a member of your community for a long time, I've come to the conclusion that you're known for food is one of the things you're known for. And sorry, and
Is this a fat joke?
no, it's not.
A lot of lead up.
I know you like as am I, a connoisseur of fast food. Now, I've heard you talk a lot about different institutions, American institutions that are part of all of our lives, but I don't know which one is your favorite.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite? If you have to get, if you're like, yo, I don't care right now at all, I'm getting my favorite fast food, what is it?
My favorite fast food? Is it only fast food?
Well,
Was it, or is there a restaurant, like a chain too?
Hit me with your favorite chain restaurant and then your favorite literally drive-through fast food place.
Yeah.
All right.
You're driving by and you're like, I'm going in.
Okay. I'm going to do chain restaurant first.
Okay.
That's actually a really hard one. Because I talk about Olive Garden a lot, but I don't think that's my favorite. I'm trying to think of one that I drive by that really gets me like, yes.
Wow. I felt like you had one ready to go there for a second.
I have one for fast food, not for a sit down.
Oh.
I'll do fast food. Fast food's Taco Bell, 100%.
Yeah.
Even though they did not hire me when I was 15, they said I was not qualified to work there. Well, I'm still a bit bitter about that. But
did they really say you weren't qualified?
Yes.
They're just not hiring anymore.
They said
we filled our quota.
They said that I was not qualified for what they were looking for. And that was a low point because I was like, dude, that was my last resort. Now what do I do?
The way you tell that story, I imagine like you going up to the counter, you're like, hey, can I get an application? And the manager like looked you up and down slowly. It was like, nah.
No, so I filled out an application and then I called in like my parents always said, be sure to call back. So I gave him a call, like almost harassing him. And and they were like, yeah, you're just not qualified. You're not kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it.
What do you think now in hindsight, what do you think they were looking for?
I would like to think that the only reason they didn't hire me was because like I think I was 16. No, I was 17 because I was going to college the next year. Bubba's.
What?
Sorry, my bro. I'm holding my son. He just started crying for like no reason. That was awesome. What's wrong, Bubba?
He wants you to get the job at Taco Bell.
Apparently, he's doing his lip thing where he gets really sad.
His lip thing is hilarious.
His lip thing where he like gets really upset.
Some of you be able to see this. Some of you won't be able to see it.
Okay,
that's true.
Bye, Bubba. Okay, well, I'm sorry. It scared me too. I was like, "What the heck?" We're having a good time, and all of a sudden he's sad. What did you say? I'm sorry, I got off track.
What do you think they were looking for? You said you were 17.
So I was going. I think it was because like I was going to college the next year. Then that was on my application. So I'm thinking they were looking for someone that was going to be more local permanently. That makes sense.
I see. Yeah.
At least that's what I'm telling myself. I would like to think it wasn't because they didn't think I was qualified to like flip a taco or.
I don't think that's probably your first problem. I don't think they flip tacos.
Flip a taco, bring it in, flip it.
Yeah.
Not in reality.
Put it on the grill, ship it.
Yeah. Those are all things. I don't think you know how Taco Bell works.
I'm not really too sure. I know how it tastes and I like it. And so yeah, I would definitely say Taco Bell is like my favorite fast food.
I feel like now you walked in and were like, hello, sir, I'd like an application to flip tacos. They're like,
no, I was like, hey.
Yeah.
Are you hiring? And they said, you're, and I was like, okay. And so then
Nick Merck's manager.
Dude, and then you know what? While we're on this topic, you know what really frustrates me about that younger age I was looking for jobs all over the place and I couldn't find them anywhere. And I was getting frustrated, and my dad was getting frustrated, and he was like, "Why can't you get a job?" I'm like, I don't know. and he goes, he's convinced he goes, it's because you're not wearing a shirt and a tie to drop off the application. And I said, Dad, this isn't the 50s anymore. I don't think it's because I'm not wearing a shirt and a tie to walk into work.
You should have gone to like Step Brothers and wore a tuxedo.
Seriously, wore a tuxedo or something to it. But he was like, you're not getting hired because you're not dressing up. So then I dressed up for the rest of them. Still didn't get hired anywhere, dude. So
your dad's thought process behind things is hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. So anywho, I do love Taco Bell though. Taco Bell's lit.
Taco Bell.
I would say that's the one that gets me the most amped when I see it, and I'm like really in the mood.
Yeah.
Sit down's hard though.
Texas
Roadhouse, like a sit down restaurant chain.
Ooh, Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse popped in my head.
Popping.
It's not even really their food. I like their biscuit thing.
Dude, there's cinnamon butter.
The cinnamon butter.
I don't even need to eat like anything else. I can literally sit there and just eat the rolls and butter.
I'm fairly certain you can put cheese and bacon on everything there too, which is high quality.
The steaks weren't bad either. They weren't.
And they're not bad.
Yeah. All right. It's like Outback.
Oh yeah.
I will say I've come to really enjoy Texas de Brazil. That's a chain, right? Technically.
Yeah.
So I've come to really enjoy that. I know it's a bit, been on the nicer side, but like I really, really enjoy that.
Dude, honestly, you could just live off the salad bar there.
I know you don't even need to get the meat. Technically, you can just do the salad bar is huge. It's awesome.
Starving.
Texas de Brazil. Got it.
Of course. So Tim, what did you do? So you kind of mentioned you were looking for employment at Taco Bell, and you went to school. You went to college, which a lot of people wouldn't anticipate. What did you do before streaming? Like, what was your job? What did you do? What did you want to do before streaming?
So like before streaming, way back, I always kind of wanted to work with like kids. And originally, I grew up in the church, so I thought I was going to be a youth pastor. I thought that'd be a pretty cool job, and like that'd be something I'd be good at. The older I got, the less that desire became, and I still wanted to work with kids and help kids. So I ended up going into like halfway house, which for those of you that don't know is like a typically at-risk youth. And so I was working in a halfway house, and I was a supervisor there.
How old
were
you?
So
you were working there?
Oh gosh, how long ago is this, bro?
I mean, you can answer it.
I was 20. I just got done. 22, 23, maybe, probably 23. So I started there. I didn't start as a supervisor. Obviously, I started there, and I was like one of the employees, and then they promoted me with like in a couple months. Yeah, and that was a really cool job. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was cool. Hard, definitely very hard and mentally taxing for a lot of things, but it was a really good. I enjoyed the job. And looking back, I was glad that I got to do that. I did that for like a year and a half, I'd say, in total, and then eventually I was doing the streaming thing on the side, and eventually I was like earning more on the side than I was working. I think I was working like 45 to 50 hours a week. So I was like streaming at this time. I had like no obligations, by the way. Like I was like young. I was streaming for like 25 to 30 hours a week on the side. No, probably like 20 to 25 hours realistically on the side. Yeah. And then I was working for like literally 45 to 50 hours, and that was it. And so eventually I was earning more on the side than I was at my full-time job. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should try this out. I mean, shoot, why not? It'd be a dream come true. Yeah. So then I took the leap to go full-time, and here we are. How many years later? 8? Yeah. 6 years? How long have I been full-time?
Well, yeah. Yeah, 6 years at least.
I think 6 years at least, yeah. So it's been a while. Been here for a while now, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. And when you were working at your halfway house, right? And streaming, I feel like I often would see you because I had like a 9 to 5 and I'd pop in or whatever. Yeah. First of all, actually, I feel like I didn't see you. Yeah. You were either working or streaming, and that was it.
Yeah. So I definitely, like, I would say
you grinded.
I grinded. Yeah. So like our friend group, who we still do hang out with to this day, they didn't see me as much as they used to when I was streaming a lot, because I thought it was something I enjoyed doing so much. But like you guys would go out like on a Friday night and you'd be like, yo, do you want to like come over? And I'm like, nah, I'm going to stream. So like I kind of, ditched a little bit to be, I mean, not completely. I would go to things every once in a while, but like I really, really, really focused on streaming a lot. And I would just be like, nah, I'm going to stream. And it was definitely a sacrifice there in the sense of like time with friends. I didn't spend as much.
Oh, sure.
As I used to when I was grinding a lot.
Like, we didn't realize the potential that streaming could have at the time. So we were like,
I mean, I mean, I don't know if I really realized what it was going to turn into. I thought it would be something cool that I could do full time. It was a hobby that turned into a profession, which would be awesome. And I didn't really realize where the gaming industry was going to go as a whole. So that kind of blew my mind, obviously. But like to see, I'd be like to my friends, be like, no, I'm not going to come out on a Friday. I'm just going to stream. So they'd be like, why is he even doing that? He's not even earning anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even making money. Why are you doing? And the reality was, it was just a hobby. It was something fun. I enjoyed streaming, and I still do enjoy streaming, but it was like a back and forth with viewers, the banter. You can make jokes with people. It's like you're hanging, and I've always enjoyed people. So it's like you're hanging out with people and also playing video games at the same time. So it's kind of a cool little mix there.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious that you're pretty natural in terms of, entertaining. And,
thanks.
And I mean, I think that just goes to show you, I think this is important. Sometimes I get a little serious here on the pod. You just said that like you were working full time and then you were just like grinding the other time, and you just said, this is what I want to do. So you did it. And it's not just about like, it's not just about like making an account and now suddenly everyone's going to watch you. Like you gotta constantly get better. And
yeah, man. One of the things is too, like a lot of people ask me like now, they're like, how do you start your stream? How do you get off the ground? What do you do to become a streamer? And I tell them straight up, I'm like, listen, when I was really grinding, like viewership has changed, right?
Yeah, dramatically.
So back in the day, when I was quote unquote grinding, there were streams with like, I specifically remember people like Soda Poppin' back in the day. He would have like 1,000 to 2,000, and that was like, dude, there's a ton of people in here. Like, I can't believe 1,000 people are watching. And then you got like Father Son Gaming. So I played a lot of Call of Duty. So I don't know if anyone even remembers Father Son Gaming in chat and stuff. FSG, they were awesome. Dude. I used to watch them all the time, FSG. And so it was like the name sounded, a father and a son. And I would watch them all the time. And they had probably 1,000 to 2,000 viewers. I think they still stream to this day.
I think they do as well.
But I specifically remember watching them a lot. Way back in the day. And back then they had 500 to 1,000 viewers. And I was like, dude, this is incredible. And so the numbers back then are so different than now. Now I'll have, I mean, the other day I was streaming, I had a guy come in, I had 13,000 viewers, and he came in and he goes, Tim, what happened? You really fell off.
Cool, dude. First of all, cool, dude. Cool.
You only got 13K. You really fell off. And I'm thinking back in the day, I used to watch and people had 500 and I thought it was a lot. So like for me, I'm like, dude, I mean, there's like a ton of people here. What are you talking about? And, but it was kind of one of those things where it was like, I really, I consider myself very fortunate and very lucky, because back then when I was grinding a lot, you'd have like someone with 1,000 viewers and then maybe 500, 400, 300, 100, 70, 60, 50. And you don't even need to scroll. Like, you know how on Twitch now you're like scrolling, like you're scrolling a lot and you can scroll. Dude, I can probably scroll on Twitch right now. I could probably like pull up Fortnite and scroll 5 times and still see 1,000 viewers. And back then you'd see like 1, 2 viewers. So like back then, like getting noticed was a lot easier to get recognized, kind of at the forefront of it. And so like, I definitely consider myself super lucky in that regard, but it's hard for me to give advice. Cause I'm like, I mean, I can tell really, it's not the same, like beast that we're dealing with anymore. Like back then it was completely different, like in the sense of viewership.
When you Twitch play with other people was like, sorry, Trevor, I'm going to talk now. You want to play with other people. It was like, a collaboration was not as much of a thing. Like you wouldn't really collaborate necessarily with other streamers, because you like wanted to hold on to what you had and you didn't want to like lose your viewership to someone else. Now it's like people collaborate a lot more.
I think my internet just went.
Your whole internet? No way.
Okay, wait. Okay, that was really weird. All I heard was you wouldn't really collaborate with other streamers, and then it like, but I couldn't hear anything, and I looked over. Okay, okay, go again. You didn't really hear.
Go again.
Go again. Again. Sorry, you said you didn't really collaborate with other streamers.
Back then, I'm saying in general, not you specifically, but people in general, the collaboration wasn't as much of a thing. So I remember you collaborating with other streamers, people you would play with, other Call of Duty streamers, and that was like kind of like very like brand new.
Yeah, I don't even think it was considered collabing. It was just kind of like everyone was just kind of hanging out. I don't know back then.
True. Hey, you literally found friends.
Yeah, it wasn't
on the platform.
Now it's like really, really, really. I don't know what the word I'd use is. Like, I don't think people like obviously I have a friend group I play with. But I think like some people, like even in a smaller context, like some people with like X amount of viewers, and like if someone has less viewers and they're trying to play with them, they think it's like leeching or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, that's something where it's like completely. I mean, years ago it wasn't really a thing as much. Yeah. Now, I feel like it's really prominent and like prominent in the sense of people like always think it's happening.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like that's just reality. Like there's a lot of people watching Twitch, and there's a lot of streamers. Like when people play together, they're going to find something else they maybe like prefer, like a little more, and they're going to go somewhere else, and they're going to stay. And it's not like people aren't purposely doing it. But you're also like, you can't ignore that is helpful for smaller streamers. Like you just can't ignore that. Like it's just facts. And but I'm over here preaching like, and I get it all the time. So anyway,
well, it's like too. I don't think it's like an end all. Like I think people think like in their head, oh, if I could get into a game with Ninja, then my stream's gonna take off. That's it right there. And to an extent, that helps some. But the reality is, and I've said this before, like if viewers are not necessarily being entertained, they're not going to watch, right? So it's like, so even if you get to play with Ninja or with someone, and then you get exposure, but if people don't want to watch, they just don't want to watch. Like I think people think, oh, if only I could get a host from so and so, then I'm going to make it. And the reality is, a host will help. Absolutely,
it's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity, correct? But is that the end all? Absolutely not. No, it's not.
As you said that, I look over, which I don't often read my chat during these podcasts, but I just happened to look over, and someone literally requested, "Can you host me after you're done?"
Nice, yeah, right.
Wow, nice.
And people, it's like that. I don't know. People just think, oh, if only so and so hosts me, then but the reality is, like, even if people host you, like, it's not necessarily an end all. An example I would use is back in the day, soda popping, like, so there was no hosting back in my day on Twitch. It was just kind of like people would shout out. And so randomly one day, I can't even, I think it was Nick, who's Soda's friend, obviously. Soda's like roommate and buddy. So Nick and Soda are both still good friends to this day. But Nick, I think, linked my stream and Soda's chat, and like 500 people came over to my chat, which once again, back in the day, this is like, what is happening?
500.
Right? Yeah. So in the moment, I didn't really know what I was doing. I kind of like locked up. I like froze up. I was like, and the reality is, before that happened, I think I had like 20 viewers. And then after that happened, an hour later, I had 23 viewers. Yeah. Even after the submerge of 500. Right. Yeah. So it's like you get 500 viewers. I just kind of was like, and nothing. I don't know. I just kind of did my thing. And then everyone's like, wow, this is boring. And then they left. Right. And ultimately, did that from Soda apps help? I would say absolutely. I mean, it got me exposure, but I only retained realistically +3, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an interesting dynamic that a lot of people think like, oh, if only I could get hosted, that'll be the break I need. But
you really can't rely on that.
You can't rely on it. I mean, I'll get you with a baseballism right now. You know what? Success equals opportunity plus preparation. So the more you are, like, you create great content, and then you get hosted, and then later you get hosted again, and you're still making great content, more and more people will stay. But it just takes a long time. And it's only going to take longer and longer because the number of people that are on the platform. That's just how it is. It's just like Twitter. Like,
right.
like I have 86,000 or 87,000 on Twitter now. That used to be so many on Twitter in 2009.
Yeah.
Right.
And now it's just like, okay, that's a good amount, but it's not crazy. And because there's way more people on Twitter, that's just the way it is. But that doesn't mean you can't be a content creator. It just means that you have to be constantly evolving and constantly trying new things and constantly putting stuff out there and doing it. You have to do it and do it and do it. And
go ahead. I don't want to cut
go ahead.
Well, just the reality is too, like, I think like ultimately there's a lot of streamers now. There's a lot of people interested in the space and trying to get in. And so there's a lot of people that are just like, kind of like, I don't really do anything. That's what I say. I just kind of play, right? I just sit and play. And I always say, you know, a lot of people come in like, wow, why does this guy have viewers? And I'm like, true. I mean, good question, because I'm not really doing anything special necessarily. And so my point is like, there's a lot of people doing that. So like when you can do something a little more unique or dynamic, I think that attracts people. Someone like Doc, he has all of his green screens and stuff like that, right? He does that dude. I can only imagine like Doc's effort into his stream.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can think of a streamer that does like as much prep and work as Doc.
Exactly,
because that is like he is fully immersed in his like character, and he has all these. He'll have different green screens, and he's like getting up and walking around and doing all this funny stuff, right? Like there's a ton that goes into that. Meanwhile, I just start stream and just sit here, you know.
Yours is natural. Like you're just natural. To be honest, it's just kind of like it's who you are. You've been doing it for a really long time. Right. And there's Doc, and the guy I use the example is Co-Carnage. He runs his thing like a business. He's got his overlay is different for every game he plays.
Yeah,
he's a new overlay.
Different emotes for every game. Like,
for every game.
That Co? That's Co, right? Yeah.
Yes. You know how much planning that takes?
Right.
So much.
I've had the same emotes for 7 years.
Seriously.
Yeah, there you go.
And Soda too. Soda's similar. Soda just pops off 25,000 people, no matter what.
And the reality is, it's like a lot of people just put a lot. Like some people put a ton of effort in, and some people have a little more unique style and things. And I still remember the very first time I watched Future Man Gaming. I was like, what am I looking at? Because he had his whole green screen thing going on, and he was like doing these trippy things, and I was like, bro, what is happening? This is freaking crazy. Yeah. And so I watched, you know, Future for a long time too, in the sense, and he was another guy that kind of had this more unique thing, I guess you can say, kind of, you know, Doc-esque, but not completely like Doc, obviously.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's all about finding that.
The reality is that if you don't have something, you know, in whether that's you're really funny or like extremely funny or you're extremely good, or you know the reality is if people are if people are entertained, they'll stick around.
And just because you don't have, and I mean, I guess kind of speaking, I guess for myself a little bit as well, just because you don't have a X amount of viewers, right, or X amount of followers, or things like that doesn't mean that you are a bad streamer or a bad content creator. That those things don't equal each other. How many books or like movies like come back around and like, oh, this movie's great, and like that movie came out a decade ago. Like, what do you mean? Like that's been out forever. Like, oh, I'm just discovering it now. Like people just discover things like later on. So just encourage anyone that doesn't have that viewership or followership.
No, completely agreed. And I think like I hate viewer count. I majority, I would say 80% of the time I'm streaming, I don't have my viewer count up. I don't have mine up just because I know that. Because the reality is, if you count, it's I hate it because it's it can be so controlling and can really mentally bring you down. But it's like, as someone that's a larger streamer now, that doesn't like, I would say everything still is kind of the same. There's just like percentages. Yeah. So like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. So like back in the day, I had 50 viewers, right? And then one day I would turn the stream on and I'd have 10. Right. And I lost 40 viewers. I don't know what percent that is. I'm not going to try and do the math off the top of my head. But now there'll be days where I'll have 30,000. And then the next day I'll have 7,000. And like percentage wise, I'm still losing like what, 40% of my viewership, 80. I can't do the math, dude. I don't know, bro. But like a lot. So like it's still there. It's just the numbers bigger, right? So I'm still losing. There's still days where I won't have near as many viewers as some days that I don't know. It's just hard, you know, because I think people think like, oh, if only I could get a couple thousand. But like reality is the mental game is still there. Because
it never goes away.
No, like because it's just scaled higher. You have more viewers and less viewers at times.
Exactly. I mean, you hear YouTubers say it all the time. They're constantly looking at their sub counts. Like it just doesn't go away. Being a content creator is 24/7 all the time. You can imagine what it's like to be like, hey, I'm gonna go take 3 days off and go to the, relax, and you can't, because everything you look at, you're like, should I record this? Should I post this on whatever? Like, I had the same. I went to Hawaii, and even I was like, I haven't posted on Instagram in 4 dadays. And I couldn't relax. It was crazy. But speaking of social media, and that's probably a lot of the reason that it's become so big is because social media is so big, just top to bottom, and there's different ways to use different platforms. So we always want to ask, because everyone's different. So what is your favorite social media to use? Like, which one are you like, oh, you have, like, if you check screen time, which one's the most? And then which one are you not on enough? Which one are you trying to, like, get more into?
I think my favorite is I would say my favorite. I'm thinking. I'd say my favorite.
You're on Instagram, Twitter, seesaw right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am kind of, because Twitter's like really funny. I would say Twitter can be so funny. Like some of the threads I find on Twitter are comical, like super funny. So Twitter, I would say, is probably my favorite. But at the same time, it can be really, just like controlling. So I try not to be completely immersed in it. Like constantly like refreshing, checking. Just scrolling through your verified tab, something like that, I don't know.
Yeah,
so
same. Yeah, no, same. Verified tab really drags me down, dude. Can't stand it.
Exhausting. Someday, Paul. Soon, bro.
Someday. I'd say Twitter's my favorite, and one I want to be on more is TikTok nowadays. TikTok's coming, dude. It's coming up, bro. There are so many. Gosh. That one girl whose name I forget.
Charlie. Her name's Charlie, dude.
She got, dude, 10 million followers in 2 months.
I still haven't found this account that you guys are about.
I have been streaming on Twitch for
Don't find it? Oh, God.
Don't find
8 years.
Okay.
And I have 4 million followers. 8 years. And so like the point I'm making is like the number of people in there, like on TikTok, astronomical. The amount of people on there right now. So
and they're young.
That's one that I think I want to try and get more connected to.
Oh,
I've actually
brought this. Sorry.
Yeah, so she did the Ninja was talking about the other day, but she did a YouTube video where she started an intro with like her doing a dance but talking.
Huh.
Wait, who did?
So
Charlie. So she switched and made a YouTube channel as well, because like every time.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. If you get big on a platform, you're like, all right, I need to be on all the platforms, because that's what you're supposed to do. It was a little bit like, okay, this doesn't work as well on this, right? It was a little bit. I was watching. I was like, I don't know what I'm watching. This is scaring me. I don't know what's going to happen. But on TikTok, it makes more sense. But I love TikTok as well, and I haven't found the way to do it. Tim, have you played with the Sivers before? You've played with the Sivers, I think, before. I think we brought her in to a group.
Yeah.
She's actually started to build from organically a pretty good following on TikTok, because there's the trending tab, which is like what's hot right now, and then she makes one, and she has a corgi too, which helps. But a very obedient corgi that literally does whatever she says. But she's figured out kind of the formula, and the thing is, it's that platform is literally built to be viral. So if people are replaying it, it's not about shares, it's about literally, are they watching it more than once? That gets you, like, that moves you up way in the list, and you just are pop, and everyone scrolls through their For You. They don't scroll through what they're following. So like they're always looking at new people too. So if they watch it twice and then they send it to their friend and they watch it twice, then you get shot up in the list. Now you're on everyone's thing, and it just goes viral really fast if it's funny or entertaining. And they figured out, like, that's the best way to get virality.
Is that a word?
Virality? Yeah. I think virality is a word.
I don't know if Tim has the platform really to judge other people's words.
It's a podcast, so I can say whatever the hell I want.
Quick note about Charlie, because I'm just finding her and seeing her face for the first time. I have seen her before on Bryant, his Instagram. So Bryant's a photographer, very famous photographer with millions of followers.
Yep.
I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm just wondering what preceded the other. Like, was she on his Instagram first and like got a shout out, right? Like what we were talking about, or the opposite? Like, that's super interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think she's like 16. I really don't know. She probably is on Twitter, or she's probably on TikTok first.
Yeah, I think so. That makes sense.
Because the dancing thing was a Musically thing. So the app was Musically before.
Yeah. Okay.
So she might have built on Musically and doing then it was just for music and basically music, dancing, and like lip syncing. Like, that's what was on it. So she was doing that first, probably, and then TikTok. Like,
I think TikTok, like gaming, I think gaming on TikTok is going to be a big thing, which is why I want to get on there. Which is why I want to get on there ASAP. Right now, I'm just waiting to get my account. Someone already has Timthetatman, and it's not me. So I'm waiting to post. I have like all these videos I'm waiting to post on TikTok, but I don't have my name.
Right now, someone in your chat's like,
yeah, somebody,
100%.
Someone in chat's like, so I can't.
The more you talk about it, the more I snicker.
Yeah, but I think TikTok is one that I want to be on a little bit more and try and get connected. She's at 14 million now.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, dude. It was 10 million a week ago or something. Like she's got the amount of followers I have on Twitch in a week.
Get my phone out. I'm gonna record a TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's just like the amount of exposure that can give you. Like how she's trying to branch off into a YouTube now. That could potentially up and up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. I would highly recommend it.
All right, so Tim, switching gears again. Just shifting those gears. Your favorite game to play right now. All right.
What is off stream, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. And also, but which I think I obviously don't know the answer to. What's your favorite game to create content with, and why?
Okay.
Because we've talked about this. I feel like they're very different.
Gosh, favorite game to play right now. That's a hard one. I'll always love WoW, and I'll always play World of Warcraft off stream.
Oh yeah, not favorite game of all time.
I'm
sure.
I'm not playing it a ton right now though, just because time. I don't really have a ton of time off stream, especially with my son now. So
yeah,
I really enjoy Path of Exile. That's a fun game to play off stream. Yeah,
you're really liking it.
Yeah, I've been playing. Yeah, it's grindy and it's fun. It's kind of time consuming in the sense of, I mean, not time consuming. Like time goes pretty quick with it, but I mean, that's a fun game to play off stream. I just found out today though. Apparently, Diablo's on the Switch. I didn't even know that.
Diablo's on the Switch?
Yeah, apparently. It's like there's a part of me that's like, well, shoot, maybe I should start playing Diablo again and just have my Switch because that's a lot more convenient than my laptop. But
shoot, yeah.
I mean, the reality is like I don't have a ton of time to play off stream right now. But you typically when I do, it'd be WoW or PoE. That's what I would say.
Something you can turn off.
Yeah, and something that's not as fast paced as like stream stuff. Like that's a more chill game. You're more relaxing. I would work. So back when I would work, this is before like college, even like I'd landscape whatever, and I would work during the day, and I'd just come home at night and just chill with like WoW. So like there's times where I stream like for 8-10 hours, and I'll get off and I'll play like WoW for like an hour or two before bed or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And WoW is just kind of like chill. It's a good way to relax. Same with Path of Exile. It's fairly relaxing. So games like that off stream. On stream, favorite game to make content with right now.
Yeah. What's your go-to content game?
I mean, Fortnite has just so much potential for so many different things because there's so many like little integral things. Like even just like edit fights, like you can do some sick edit, and like something as small as that is like chat goes poggers or something like that, or like comedy, like you pick someone up and run with them or something. I don't know. It's just so much stupid stuff you can do with that. So that Fortnite, I would say, is my favorite for content right now. Call of Duty is a close second. COD can be really funny.
COD can be funny, but it's linear. It's one level.
Call of Duty almost makes me too mad though. Like I get too mad that I like Fortnite does not tilt me as much. Even when I'm competitively playing in Fortnite, like in a tournament or something, it does not tilt me the level of Call of Duty. I don't know why. Something about Call of Duty, like it constantly happening over and over again.
It's it's got to be the time to kill. Yeah, it's got to be how quick you die.
Chat loves it, so I don't know. Yeah, COD's a good one for content too. I mean, the reality is I can look at my YouTube and just kind of see what gets views and what doesn't, and I know what's entertaining for people to watch. Fortnite usually always gets views. Well, I'm not necessarily YouTube because you can do viewer count too, but I don't look at viewer count that much. But like, if I look at my YouTube analytics, I see that Fortnite obviously gets solid views. Call of Duty, my Call of Duty rage videos always pop off. Always.
Oh, sure.
And,
hey, guys, we lost the bot really quick. Yeah, I'm just going to throw it back in.
Where'd he go? Some AI.
Yeah, nice, Craig.
Nice job, Craig.
Come on, Craig.
All right.
Sake.
This first one.
Yeah, stuff like that, I would say, is good stream content, YouTube content. I think those board games, I think those could be potential with those my friends and stuff. Like you guys, those are really funny too.
I agree with that.
Like Uno, Monopoly.
Yes.
Yeah, I tried to record off stream that one, the pummel party, and your stream was on in the background. So.
Nice job, Trev.
I couldn't hear it. I don't know why it was being recorded, but it was. And
nice.
So I've yet to make a YouTube video. That's good.
Ruined the content, dude. Ruined it.
Whatever. I'm a bot.
You are.
I'm a bot.
Oh, I agree.
So Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah, Fortnite. Yeah. Overwatch is a game that as people are saying Overwatch. Like Overwatch is a game that I'll always love. I think it, but it's really hard for me to continue to play it with how mad I get in it. It's just, I don't know. So the game went from being like an FPS to like a first person like MOBA.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting stun locked. Trying to play Reinhardt with like Brigitte and all these stuns. I'm just getting bopped all over the place. It's not fun. It's not fun. I don't know. It just gets me so mad.
Yeah, and relying on other people.
I always love Overwatch. It could be just
relying on other people.
You have to rely on other people to like play with you.
Yeah.
And then they're talking and
did my internet shut off?
Again?
Dude, what is happening? Okay, I stopped saying Overwatch, then you guys didn't say anything.
Oh.
So what'd you say after I said Overwatch?
Yeah, then you got to rely on other people. That's basically all I said.
Oh, yes. True.
Yeah, so that's another thing.
Going to have a hell of a time chopping this one up.
I'm excited.
Yeah, well, whatever. He's going to hammer it out really quickly.
It's going to be good, dude.
It's funny that he just talked and he's like going to have to cut himself out of it.
Yeah.
No, he's better leave himself in that.
No, he's totally going to leave himself out. He loves making little pop-ins. All right. Really quickly, we are going to take a break for our first ad. This is very quick, very short. You don't even have to skip it if you're listening to the podcast because it's less than 30 seconds and you don't want to miss anything. The May Contain Action podcast is presented by PrintLoyal.com. They partnered with talented artists, creating incredible gaming fan art and make it available for you to rep your favorite games. New art is added weekly, and Drop One, featuring art inspired by Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Destiny, is now available at PrintLoyal.com. Love games? Show it with Print Loyal. Like that? That was quick.
Dude.
That was pretty solid.
Boom.
Yeah, we have a sponsor now? Wow.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Hey, look at us.
Oh my God, there it is.
Who would have thought?
Hoggers.
Huh? Not me.
Yeah, not me.
Not me.
All right. So our next segment, we like to hit on something that's a little bit more relevant to right now. It's a topic everyone's been waiting for. Let's talk about human reproduction. So Tim, you have a child now.
I do. Yeah.
Right? Yes. Little Brew.
Brew.
So besides Loop, you are the only streamer that I know that has a child, and how has Brewer changed? We obviously, having a child is the greatest thing ever happened to you, and that's what I hear anyway, and things of that nature. But as a full-time content creator, aside from just your schedule, like how has it changed? Like how has it changed from this year to last year? You know what I mean?
In terms of your content,
in terms of how do you maintain it all?
So schedule is a big thing now, trying to just be scheduled out so I can be sure to spend time with him. So typically I do bedtime stuff. I do bath time and bedtime. And so I'll usually get done at typically I'm done in 8 minutes. And I'll do nighttime. I'm typically done with stream in 8 minutes. And I'd shut off streaming 5 or 6 o'clock and I'd go up with him. And then I do bath time and bedtime, and that's kind of how I spend time with him. I'll see him a little bit in the mornings, not a ton though, typically. Just because Alexis tries to let me sleep. And so it's one of those things where my schedule right now, quote unquote, is more kind of jumbled just because there's some days where I'll if I get up early, I may be really tired. So I may take a nap and then start or something like that. But the reality is mentally your whole life has shifted. You don't really care about, I don't know. And as soon as I saw him, it was I don't even care about myself as much anymore. Just want to make sure he's all right, kind of thing, So anything I'm doing now is trying to, be able to provide for him and better his life and make sure he's good. So it's been a pretty life-changing thing nonetheless, obviously. And it's hard though, man. It's hard trying to balance everything. Obviously, a marriage, balancing your marriage with your significant other is one thing. And then you have a kid in there too. And that's kind of a whole other thing. So it's trying to, have time. So now it's you try to have time for your son, obviously, and stream and your wife.
Yeah.
So there's, it's quite a juggling.
There we go. Juggling. Yeah.
Trying to maintain everything. But the reality is that, it's good. I will say I've been more tired. A lot of parents told me to sleep before my son was born, and they're absolutely right. Enjoy your sleep. He's gotten a lot better now, but like those first couple months, I was like, what is happening? Like he's awake every 2 hours, dude.
I'm so screwed.
Yeah, it's bad. I
love sleep.
I do too. And like someone told me, like, just set your alarm for every like 2 hours and you'll kind of see what it feels like. But that's not true, because like you set your alarm for every 2 hours, you gotta wake up, shut the alarm off, go back to bed. Like when he was like hungry, you have to get up, walk around, go downstairs, get the stuff, and then after you're awake for a little bit, go back to bed. So it's obviously all worth it. But he's finally like sleeping through the night now. But like originally when he was first born, there was definitely a lot happening. So
but and like with a job as like Trevor was saying earlier, as consistent or nonstop as content creation, or you're always involved in it.
Yeah,
it's almost like when you have a kid. Like obviously, you can tell me if I'm wrong or anything, but when you have a kid and you have like a 9 to 5, you have 9 to 5, and then you have your friends, and then your significant other, and then your baby, and then maybe your free time. Like you can kind of segment it. Where if you're a content creator, it's like your job bleeds into all of those, and now you're just adding one more thing.
Yeah, there's times where it
stops.
Yeah, I'll usually like put my phone down when I'm with him, or try to, at least like when I'm doing bath and bedtime and like kind of hanging out with him. Just try not and be as like plugged in. It's hard to do because you feel like you constantly need to be, but try to like just set the phone down and not worry about it in that moment.
You could in a way, I mean, and this is like, I don't know, taboo, so I'm just gonna say it like as bluntly as whatever, but like involve your son in content.
I know that's something Lupo like on purpose tries to pick and choose.
I'm not judging anyone for doing it or not doing it. You can do whatever you want, but like,
I'll bring him on stream and stuff like that and show him. I mean, obviously we're pretty open about that, and like as he gets older, like Lupo's done like Charlie playing games and stuff. Would I do that? I don't see why not. I mean, it's content. It's stuff on my stream that's happening that would turn into like that's just what's happening on my stream. So like, why wouldn't I, kind of thing? Turn that into a video. Like if he plays for the first time, why wouldn't I make that a video so other people can see it too? Because then it's like it's one of those things where if you don't, if you do it and then like other people don't see it, like, oh, I would have wanted to see that, So it's kind of like, why not, sort of thing. I'm kind of hesitant with like, I would say like I'm hesitant with like certain, like if I were to do like a sponsorship with him, I don't know if that makes sense, but like if like a company, if a company reaches out, they're like, yeah, we want your son to like take a picture, like then I'd probably be like, nah. Here's what I would say: if it's organic, it's something I'm cool with. But if it's something like an ad or like forced,
like monetizing your son,
just like, hey, Huggy just wants, I don't know. It's hard. If it's an organic thing, I'd be cool with it. That's what I'd say. Like if it's something that's like a natural sort of, this makes sense, as opposed to being like, hey, take a picture of your son with like a Huggies box next to him or something like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. For my son, it's only Huggies, and like
right. Yeah. So if it's like an organic thing, I don't know, like he comes on stream and like hangs out or whatever, but as opposed to hashtag ad, kind of more forced thing, then what I would say is I'd be a lot more skeptical with that, and I'd want to make sure that it would be something, if I were to do, it'd be a very natural, non-forced thing, if that makes sense. So
no, completely.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of that has to do with mindset too. Like if you, even if something is like bringing your significant other onto your stream, are you mentally doing that because you want them with you and you want them to enjoy that time, or they did something funny, you want your community to participate and be involved, or are you doing it because you want to get viewers because you think this person will get you viewers? Like that's the point in it. And only the person who's doing it, I feel like, can discern that. But I feel like it also comes out. I feel like people that would use that or use a person or a thing or whatever it may be to gain viewership is fairly apparent to that person. Wow, Tim's doing a lot of ads with. I feel like we're talking about Huggies a lot, but like the ad for the Huggies, like with his son, like I don't know.
Huggies is sitting back with their feet up right now. Like,
wow, easy.
A lot of free advertisement.
Huggies gaming.
We have mid-roll space available. All right.
It's true.
Target audience.
All right, are you ready, Trev?
I'm ready. Are you ready, Paul?
I'm actually kind of excited about this.
I have no idea what to expect, so let's see.
I know this is very good. So this is the segment where we do a game. It's game time, buds.
Okay.
Game time. Roll the music, PM. Do it. All right, he's gonna do it in post. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys don't hear it now.
Does it
Right now. Yeah.
I was waiting, and I'm like, wait, there is no music.
Post. All right, so this is the part of the podcast where we do a game. My game has usually been animal noises. But to be honest, I'm running out of animals. We had a couple good ones from last podcast. Was one of them. I can't stop that. We got to let that go. All right. Perfect.
What was that again?
I think that was a panda. Pretty sure that was a panda.
That was a panda. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was a panda. Yeah.
Sounded like a dog.
So we got some good ones. But we're not gonna do the animal game today. We're doing a game with a working title. Right now, it's called Numbers. We're gonna probably change that later on because
that could be anything.
It could be anything. It could be. Okay. So essentially, and PM hopefully is here, ready to rock, just in case I screw this up because it's actually mostly his idea.
Yep.
So numbers. I'm gonna give you two different scenarios. Right.
Oh,
both are real. Both are real things that have happened, but the numbers are similar. So
we have to guess what the number actually is.
You have to guess what number, what story uses that number. So let's say I'm like, the number is 27, and I'm like,
okay.
That's how many free throws Shaq hit in his career with the LA Lakers. Or it's how many water bottles Tim goes through in a single stream. Like, which one is it?
Water bottles.
Is it themed?
Water bottles. Is it themed? It's kind of. I mean, I try to make it as like
or Tim themed.
It's Tim themed. It's sports themed. It's gaming themed. It's all kind of
cool.
Kind of mixed in there.
Things we would know. Me and him would know. Okay.
Yeah. Or things you may not know. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Awesome, Roger.
So, our first number. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. First number. 635,000. Okay, it's a big number. It's a big number to start off with. Okay. Is it the concurrent viewer record on a live stream accomplished by Tyler Ninja Blevins in 2018? Or is it the amount that Mattress Mac placed on the Astros in Game 3 of the 2019 World Series?
Ooh.
Do I answer?
Give me your guess. Yeah.
I think it's Ninja.
You think it's Ninja? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trevor. Also,
I think it's
stop
Ninja
looking
too.
at your chat. Don't even look at your chat.
Look at chat.
Don't look at
your
your chat.
No, I wasn't. I was. I mean, I might check a monitor, but I as soon as you read it off, I was shaking my head. It's Ninja.
All right. Interesting.
I think
Final
it's
answer.
Ninja.
Final answer.
You both think it's Ninja.
Mm.
Yep.
The correct answer is Ninja. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you know what the other number actually was?
Nicely done. The other number is 650,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as far as Ninja's concerned, Ninja had 635,000 viewers while playing Fortnite with Drake, Travis Scott, and Juju Smith-Schuster. This stream actually inspired Epic, developers behind Fortnite, to host a charitable Pro-Am event featuring streamers and celebrities.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Lit. That was easy. Next.
Also, invite me, please, next time. Epic. Thanks.
Mattress Mac. Mattress Mac is actually a huge mattress. Like, he owns furniture stores in Houston, and he bet. His last name is McInville. Yeah, let's go with that. Mattress Mac placed 8-figure bets to hedge free mattress set promotion that would cost him an estimated $20 million in refunds if the Astros did not win
the World Series.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He bets stupid amount of money.
I forgot he did that. I've heard all about that.
He bet on it. Yeah.
If they win a World Series, he gives everyone a free mattress.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Related to both of you. All right. Our next number. 63. All right. Again, Tim, don't look at your chat.
I'm not.
I really feel like you're looking at your chat.
I'm looking straight at my gaming monitor. Here, I'll look over at my stream PC. There.
You're freaking better. 63. Okay. Is it the amount of points Booga scored to win the Fortnite World Cup solo in 2019? Or Is it Carson Wentz's QBR?
You have to read it again if you can hear me.
Son of a brat. Are you kidding me?
I heard 63.
Oh.
The points. I heard the points that Booga scored.
Booga.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay.
Read it again.
All right. 63. Is it the amount of points Booga scored to win the Fortnite World Cup solo in 2019? Or is it Carson Wentz's QBR in their victory over the Dallas Cowboys on December 22nd?
Which year? This year?
This year.
It's not, is it?
In the victory?
Yeah.
It was the Cowboys one then.
I think it was the Booga points.
No, because they barely scored on the Cowboys, so his QB rating was probably really low. 63 is pretty low.
63 in the victory?
Yeah, it's low.
Okay. The correct answer. It's Carson Wentz. Nicely done, Tim.
Yeah, what can I tell you?
Yeah,
I'm really good at this. My chat's all saying Booga. Wrong.
Wrong, chat. Trevor?
Also wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. That's okay. All right. You'll work on it. It's totally fine. Yes. Wentz completed 31 out of 40 passes for 319 yards with 1 touchdown and no picks, while the Eagles beat the Cowboys 17-9 to virtually eliminate them from the playoff picture. So
that didn't virtually eliminate them.
Virtually.
No, it
virtually eliminated them.
No, it did not.
Tim, you know what the term
chance.
Virtually means?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Means it did it.
It means it pretty much did it.
But it didn't because
there were other factors involved there. Like you guys would have had to win and we would have had to lose for you to make it. We needed to win or have you lose. It's easier for us to make it. It's fine. We're going to have to talk about what virtually means.
Carry on.
I'm sure your chat will tell you.
Moving on. He's a Bills fan now. We've been over this.
Did your jersey come yet? Did you get your jersey yet? Oh, Tim's gone. We lost.
Oh, wait. You said Bills? I thought you said Eagles.
No, I said you're a Bills fan.
I haven't gotten my jersey yet. Hopefully they win this Saturday. Hopefully they win Saturday, because if not, it's going to be here like next week. And it says 19 on the back. So it's my 2019 Bills playoff jersey. That's what I called it. And if they get first rounded, I'm not going to get to wear it. So
you just have a Bills jersey.
I'll just have a Bills jersey, I guess.
Who do they play again?
They play against the Houston Texans.
Do they?
At 4:00 in Houston. So it'll be a hard game.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Good luck.
See how it goes. Go Bills.
All right. Our next number. Next number is 11. 11. Alexa, not now. My Alexa just went up. Sorry. 11. 11. Is it the amount of interceptions Dak Prescott threw in his 2019 season with the Dallas Cowboys? Or was it the carat amount of a fully functioning toilet called America that burglars stole from Britain's Blenheim Palace?
Yeah,
I didn't give a shit what you said for the second one. It's Dak.
No, it's going to be the Britain one, because the Britain one's way too specific. Britain, final. So the what palace?
The Blenheim.
Yeah, that's my final answer. Go. What is it?
The correct answer is Dak Prescott interceptions. Tim?
You're telegraphing these, dude.
Whatever, dude. I'm not gonna answer that one.
You're telegraphing these like Dak actually did his passes, evidently.
Oh my gosh. Actually the correct answer for the toilet was an 18 karat gold toilet. 18 karat gold toilet named America.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it was installed as an art exhibit, police said on Saturday. The toilet, valued at more than $5 million, was part of an exhibition work by an Italian conceptual artist. Pretty wild. All right. Our final number. 526. 526. Is it the amount of teeth removed from a 7-year-old child's mouth within a tumor? Or is it Jason Garrett's win percentage over his 10-year career with the Dallas Cowboys? 526.
I think it's the teeth.
I think it's Garrett. I'm pretty sure he's won like 526 and he's lost like 530. He's like 500.
You guys are split. Okay.
I'm Garrett.
We're all split. Yeah, you guys actually, yeah, you're always split. Okay. The correct answer is the teeth. The teeth.
What the heck?
Teeth was the correct answer. Tim?
I think I saw that. It's disgusting.
It's tough. Yeah, it's really gross. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Indian doctors removed a tumor with a record number of 526 teeth inside of a 7-year-old boy's mouth. Yeah, pretty insane.
Teeth?
Yeah. The 200.
They're like tiny.
Yeah, they're a million of them and they're tiny.
That's disgusting. I'm gonna throw up.
It was really gross. Glad we ended on that. Thanks.
No problem. That's the game. It's called numbers. Title's working. Working on the title.
Yeah, we're gonna change that. But I like it. I like it.
Thanks,
we have all kinds of games now. This is great, dude. We're learning
who won?
Games. Who won? I think we
Trevor.
tied 2-2.
Actually, we may have tied.
I think
we
you guys did tie 2-2. Tim got the last two wrong, first two right. Yeah.
Yeah, we tied 2-2. Well, maybe maybe the one thing we need to do, I think, on your games, we need to make 5 so they can't be tied.
Yeah. I keep tying. You're right.
You keep putting 4.
I keep putting 4. I don't know why I do that. I'm like, no way.
There's always 5 initials, bro. Come on, pull your head out of your ass.
Sorry, messing up.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Hang of it.
All right. Thank you for that wonderful game, Paul. We are entering our last segment here. We like to talk about kind of content we are have been taking in lately, and kind of give some recommendations for some people on some things.
Yep.
I will start this one. Show you how it's done. One of my favorite content creators right now at the moment, and has been actually for a really long time, and I've actually talked about him a couple times on the show so far. His name is Gary V, short for Gary Vaynerchuk. It's GaryVee on YouTube. He was an original YouTuber, literally opened his YouTube channel, I think in 2006, or opened it, made it, I guess is the proper vernacular. And it was like a wine show. And since then he's become an entrepreneur. He runs a marketing company in New York City now. Basically he's a public speaker and a guy who, like, basically you need to pick me up and you're like, yo, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I want to do this, but I don't know how to do it. Start watching his stuff, because this guy makes making life changes and pursuing your dreams seem like it's right there. So he's a guy that I consume his content very regularly. He's huge on Twitter, Instagram. It's Gary V on everything. He's got a podcast as well. And I recommend that. And just,
love that.
A little bit of a side note here. He grew up collecting baseball cards, huge baseball fan. He recently had his own Topps line of cards, Gary V's top entrepreneurs in baseball, and your boy was one of them. So no big deal. No big deal. Got my own Gary V card. No big deal.
You made it, bro. Nice. You made it. You're big time now.
But yeah, Gary V. That is Gary V on everything.
Dude, you're big time. That's wild.
I know.
Tim, do you have anyone that you've been watching recently? Anyone that you like, or in general?
I would say, all jokes aside, I think am I going to say this? This would be kind of funny. Steve Drums TV.
Oh gosh.
Seth Drums. That's my answer.
Seth
Have
Drums.
You really been watching drumming videos?
I've not.
This sounds like a meme.
I've been watching quite a bit because he links me them, but
every day.
I've been watching quite a bit. So, but Seth, he is a funny. So I met him at TwitchCon.
Yeah,
and he's a really funny guy, Seth. His content, obviously, if you don't like drums, it's not, your wheelhouse. But
for sure.
He's a funny guy. When I met him, he was really funny. And in that same boat, though, I also want to say Kip Boga too. Have you guys ever seen him?
Oh God, I love Kip Boga.
I've not
Kip
watched.
Boga. So Kip Boga does these really funny things. So he did GTA RP. I'd known him before that, though. He does these really funny things where he does these voice changers with scam artists that are trying to scam you.
Yes,
and he makes them scammers. And he scams the scammers basically. So kind of like Robin Hood almost a little bit. So he has a YouTube and a Twitch and all that. Seth does too, but they're both I met both of them together, which made me think of both of them. But Kip Boga, like Seth for music, if you're musically inclined, is really good. Check out Kip Boga. Really funny, really witty, really smart, and very like quick on his feet. Very cool. Really good entertainer too. So
that's Seth Drums TV, by the way, on
Seth
Twitch.
Drums TV on Seth Twitch. Kid Boga on Twitch.
Perfect. Love that. My content creator that I've been watching, ironically enough, through Twitter, which I've been trying to spend more time on, because I'm not doing great on Twitter, and I feel like there's a lot to be enjoyed there and a lot of room to grow. So I've been watching and going through my feed, and who pops up in my feed all the time is Jordan Payton, aka Legion. Legion is hilarious.
He is really funny.
I feel like he can't turn it off. I feel like he's like the Will Ferrell of Twitter.
He's very funny.
Like even Trevor was saying when he met him in real life, like you couldn't stop.
Yeah. We literally went to dinner and like he just can't. Like he's like he hears one word that like sets him off. He just starts singing. That's all. It just makes him think of something. He's like, ah! Just in the middle of a restaurant. He's like, and then he's like, I'm sorry, I can't turn it off.
It's so funny. So yeah, I've been seeing mostly his Twitter videos, which I think is actually his main platform. They're hilarious. He's really, really talented, and Jordan Payton. It's an awesome dude.
It's Legion, Legiqn.
Yes. Yeah, on Twitter.
The O is a Q.
And Twitch. Yeah,
and
Legiqn. Yeah, go check him out.
Plays a lot of Call of Duty and Halo.
He does. Yeah, he absolutely does. Awesome. Nicely done.
Cool.
Look at us.
Nice.
Hey,
look at us.
Would have thought.
Not me.
That twice reference now makes up for the last episode where I didn't reference that. So I just want to point that out.
Nice.
Trevor, take us out, dude.
Oh yeah, I got you. Tim, as we get out of here, what do you got going?
What did he say? What do you got?
Sorry.
He leaned away from his mic.
Yeah, dude.
I did lean. I was stretching. I'm sorry. I was
stretching. A podcast guy? Gosh.
God. I literally so good the whole time. Okay.
So aggressive.
Tim, what's next for the stream? What do you got going on like in the near term? Do you have any special events going on? Any you can even say what days are going to be
there's like there's a little something I'm doing soon. Like January 10th or 11th. It's NDA and I can't say, but all I can say is like stay tuned and you'll see what it is.
But like
super cool.
What if I guess it?
I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything.
Mariah Carey collaboration.
Not gonna confirm or deny anything. So there's just I'm traveling to Cali for a couple days, and there's gonna be something we're doing out there that will eventually get shown. So
it's gonna stay tuned for Robin Big.
Can't confirm anything. So
that'd be so cool. You're Rob.
And also I will be in Florida the next couple months here too, a little bit. I go down January 22nd or 3rd, I think.
Okay.
And I come back like middle of March. So we're gonna go. We got a house that we rented down near Destin. Nice. We visited there and it was beautiful. We really liked it, and we're thinking about potentially investing down there. So we figured, why not go down for like a month and a half, kind of test out the waters. So I will be down. I will be streaming from Florida, basically all of February and part of January and part of March. So
lovely.
Very cool.
Lovely. Can I come visit, or is that cool?
Sure. If you want.
Perfect.
Got room.
Yeah, and you can come visit me because I will also be in Florida at the exact same time.
Yep, there it is.
Trip on down, drive on. I think it's like 3.5 hours.
Where's spring training?
Flying down.
Fort Myers. Yeah. But it's on the same coast. It's just down the coast. I don't know. Maybe you guys want to come down for a Saturday or something.
Maybe
we
win
beaches,
dude. How about you come up?
Yeah, how about you come up?
I have to work.
I also need to work.
I am visiting both of you and have to do nothing. So,
all right, we'll see. We'll figure it out.
All right, cool. And where can we find you? It's Timthetatman on everything, isn't it?
Timthetatman on everything now. Yeah, except TikTok. That's not me. So
coming
YouTube, soon, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter.
Timthetatman.
All Timthetatman.
No BTWs. Just
no BTWs. No IMs. Just Timthetatman. So
wow, that's amazing. What a great management company you must have.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Wow.
Loaded. A very good company.
Nice guys over there.
Nice guys over there.
Nice
and
guys.
girls at Loaded.
Hey, Matt.
I love that. Hey Matt.
Nope.
Well, shout out today to our review of the week. We usually do this in the beginning. Do we not?
Yeah, we switched it.
Okay. Well, it'd be nice to be involved in the decision-making process of the podcast.
Just read the outline one time, Paul.
Oh my God. Shout out to our review of the week. Mike's Mac 96. They said anything Trevor or ActionJaxon talk about is very entertaining and always amusing.
That's so nice.
Look at that.
That's a real person and not my mom.
Trevor's alt account right there.
Not my mom.
What should I call it? Mike's Mac 96. Nailed it.
Not my mom.
Nice, dude.
No offense to your screen. That's a great name. Thank you. Don't forget to leave a rating yourself, and you just make the show.
Jesus, you seriously.
That was a really good outro, man. That was solid.
Leave a review on iTunes. Play
Trevor just messed
on
it
the
up.
YouTube.
Trevor, lean back, again. Dude. You guys, you're in shambles.
Yelling.
Trevor, just stay near your mic.
I'm 1 inch from the mic. I think you're confused. I think Paul cut out, and you think it's me. That's what I think.
I'm 90% sure that was you, bro.
100% you.
Leave a review, please. Thank you.
Leave a review. Oh boy. This is the Make a Date Action podcast. You can listen on all major carriers of podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. You watch the VOD on YouTube as well, youtube.com/ActionJaxon. It's also on Trevor's now. YouTube.com.
I was going to say, how did Paul get the
only,
you know?
I was like, 4 millionaires in Paul, Tim.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Nice.
We heard
Friendship.
Marcel talks about how much money he makes on YouTube all the time, so I figured, hey, I should use more videos.
True.
Yeah. I'm over here making dozens of dollars, dude.
Dozens.
Nice.
Yeah, bro. Doing it. Wait, I lost my place now. Dang it. Where are we? I'm Paul, aka ActionJaxon. You can find me on twitch.tv/ActionJaxon. That's ActionJaxon. On Twitter at ActionJaxonBTW. And same for Instagram, ActionJaxonBTW. I don't have a TikTok yet, but I'm working on it. Also, be sure to go follow the May Contain Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We actually have a social media account for the podcast now because we're very, very official.
There's
very
memes
official.
on there sometimes.
Sometimes we do memes. Yeah. So if you like the occasional meme, pop on over. That's at May Contain Pod, P-O-D.
Yeah, we're just stealing everything classified posts and just redoing it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's working.
Thanks for the content, Barstool. Appreciate it.
Also, I am Trevor May on Twitter, YouTube, and also I have a TikTok. I am Trevor May. If you're interested in the baseball side of my life, even though we don't talk about that at all on this podcast, I have a YouTube channel for baseball called Trevor May Baseball. Very easy to find. And Trev May 65 on Instagram because I haven't changed it because I'm afraid of losing my check.
Lit.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, guys. And we will see you next week on the May Contain Action podcast.
Yeah. Thanks, Timbo.
Hey, no problem. That was a solid outro there.
Thanks, man.